Hi everybody, thank you for coming by again. My name is Janine. I am a spiritual medium, and today's video is about the full moon that we have coming up on the 28th. It's supposed to be really powerful. So this is the first full moon that we're having. I keep thinking it's a new moon. It's the first full moon that we're going to have for the beginning of the year, for the 1st of January of 2021. So it's a really good time to really set these intentions on starting something new. So I made some keynotes on here. So I even got the colors. So if you even want to do candles or a ritual, it would be really great to use these certain colors. So a good intention. So what I usually do on a full moon is I usually start off with I don't like baths. I have a thing with baths and water, and I always think something's going to come out of the drain. So I like to take my showers. But on the full moon, I do baths, and I will do like a hot Epsom salt bath with you can get different kinds of sea salt, but I usually get Epsom salt and put a little bit of baking soda in there as well. Because what this will do it will drain all the negative energy off of you. We wash it all off and replenish your aura with something more good and more refreshing for you. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel more relaxed. You're going to feel all that negativity wash off of you. Recharge your energy, your aura, that kind of thing. Another good thing to do when I start off after I take a hot bath, I will start saging my room. I usually try to get all my crystals ready before the new moon, before the full moon, like a couple of days before, and then put them underneath on the windowsill, like certain ones that like the moonlight, like amethyst can only be in the moon. You cannot charge it under the sun. If you do, it will fade. So you want to make sure you have it, charge it under the moon. Selenite, the same thing. The selenite, it'd be best to charge it underneath even though it doesn't really need to be charged, but if you want to get a more extra oomph or more cleansing, you can lay it underneath on the windowsill underneath the full moon. Try to think of what else. I like to put my clear quartz underneath the windows too. But all my other crystals that I use daily are the ones I have on my bed, because I have crystals all over my room. And I always have like a couple on me. So I like to make sure those are the ones I cleanse in sea salt, or have sea salt around it if you don't want to have it in the water. Because sometimes you can put like a bowl of water and you can add sea salt to it and then add your crystals to that. And that will also clean them from negative energy, debris, stuff that you've been using, especially because certain crystals, most crystals, you need to clean them daily. Like a lot of mine, if I know I can, I'll rinse them under cold water to just refresh them and, remove any extra debris, especially if I use them daily, like my Tektite and my Herkimer Diamond. I like to rinse those off in cold water just to drain off any negative energy off of it, and then that way it cleanses them. But on the full moon, I like to recharge them. So if you do that, and then if you charge your water, you can use that water for cleansing those crystals as well. So this is also going on charging water. I'm going to take that point, that lead. So if you really want to start doing that, start charging your water. I have, if you want to hold on 1 minute, I'll show you what I have. Hold on. Okay, so I have my clear quartz bottle, and what I have on here is I wrote down these numbers. There are healing sequence numbers you can find, and this actually really worked. So the last full moon, I actually put these healing numbers on the bottom of my water, and actually write down my intention as well, and then you can peel them off and reuse them for anything else. The intention of the energy, if you writing this into the water, it charges the water. So then when you drink it like the next day, or take sips of it throughout the day or throughout the week, what I like to do after I charge my water in the full moon, after each morning, I will take a sip. I honor Mother Earth. I honor, the great sky, or, Father Sky, the source God. And I honor Mother Earth, and I honor Mother Gaia. And I always, take a water and I burn a white candle, and I start my day, for refreshing and renew for Mother Gaia, and how can I be of service? So this is really good for healing, especially if you need deep inner healing, wounded healing, if you're a wounded healer, or if you've been trying to release old beliefs and old stuck methods in your brain. It's really good for really cleansing everything out of your body to restart new. So this is called a soji. It's a soji. This one has a clear quartz already in it. So I really like to use this one when I already like to charge water. But I also have bottles of water that I like to do on every full moon, new moons, wolf moons, blue moons. I like to have separate water to do different rituals. So, and I have everything labeled and I date it. And then I like to use, a lot of those times, those water, I would like to use like make blessing sprays out of it. So it's really good to start doing water, charge your water if you want to do something new, you want to start a new practice or a new intention, so like start something new. So good intentions for you want to do, if you're going to do a magic spell or if you're going to do any kind of ritual, you want to write it down on paper. The best kind of paper you want to use is parchment paper. If you can't find parchment paper, you can just use just regular paper is fine too. But there's like a magical significance if you use parchment paper. Excuse me. And then what you want to do is you can write down on there, if you have a spell in mind, you can put that on there. But if you want to write down your own, and if you want to write down some intentions on there, what you like to remove, to move forward into, you want to release old bad habits, and you want to move into a more enriching, fulfilling life, or you want to get that dream job, or you really want to open up more psychically. Whatever it is that you're trying to attain and work towards, you can write that down on the paper. And depending on how you feel about it, you can actually burn it, or you can bury it in Mother Earth, or you can rip it up and put it in the ocean. There's so many different ways you can actually release the spell out into Mother Nature, into the divine, out into the universe, so that way you're not holding on to it. You can actually put it in a God box too. If you have a God box, pop it in your God box and just let it go. Let the universe take care of it, because you've already done your work. You've already put the power into it. You already put your energy into it. So before I start all that, I like to get my altar ready as well. So I put all my crystals. I like to sage. I'll use sage, and I'll use Palo Santo. Sometimes sweetgrass too, depending on the mood or if negative energies are around or anything like that. But I like to sage everything out before I start. And then I will light up candles. I usually have one big one in the middle and then two little ones on the side. And I always use either white is usually good for purity, but the other colors you can use for this full moon is silver, black, dark green, or blue, like a icy blue. Silver I know is good for bringing in your wishes, manifestation, that kind of thing is what you want to bring in. The black is good for protection, for protecting yourself from any negative energies, forces, gossip, jealousy, that kind of thing. It protects you in really good energy. The white is for purity, to bring in white light and love, divine God, source, that kind of thing. White is really good. I always use white. I always like to have white light and love around me. Dark green is good for money and for nature, being grounded, earth, that kind of thing. And the blue ice, I think that's just because it's a cold. It reminds me of the wolf moon, and because their eyes are sometimes blue icy, but it's also because it's the cold full moon, wolf moon. So it kind of reminds me of like blue ice, of like icy cold. But it also for me it represents opening up your throat chakra. So if you're looking at opening up clairaudience in your throat, you want to use blue, like a light blue. And some of the intentions you can write down and what you want to release for this full moon is, fresh beginnings, kindness, imagination, inspiration, gratitude. Have a gratitude list. Make sure you're writing everything you're gratitude on. You can also write down intentions of, removing old beliefs, old stuck patterns, lack of scarcity, like thoughts of scarcity, lack of, those kind of things. They're also saying this would be a really good time to actually rest too. So make sure you're taking time out to love yourself. If you can, if it's not raining, I know we're getting ready to get hit for like 4 days of rain out here in California. But if you can, get out and walk. Get out and get yourself some air, get the fresh air. Really love the beauty of nature, of what Mother Earth brings to you, and how it really can help you in getting more grounded and help bring you in more good things that you want into your life. So stay in the act of gratitude. Have your mind in gratitude, and remember how beautiful that nature really is. What else? Well, and they're also saying to like rest. Take care of yourself. Take that hot bath. But if you want, after you're done, if you're done with everything, if you want, kind of cuddle up and rest, or you can even do that before you. I like to do my spells like at 12 o'clock. So I have a thing about doing mine late at night. But, if you want to, they're also saying, cuddle up, take time to watch a movie with your loved ones. Just be good to yourself. Be restful. Don't try to rush it. If you have to go to work, that's fine. Just try to be easy on yourself and be gentle to yourself. That, if you make mistakes, it's okay. It's a good time for just reflection, looking back at your life in the last year. What were you doing last year in January, and what is it now? How much have you really grown coming up to this point? So it's a really good time for reflection. Let me see what else. Use your imagination is a really good one. So, because when you're doing this kind of thing, and when you're doing rituals, or if you're doing magic or anything like that, you need to use your imagination. You need to have trust that what you're getting, the information you're getting. So use your imagination, have fun. Make it creative. Create an altar if you never had one before. Usually on mine, I have my favorite things. It's like my crystals, my sage bowl, my feathers. I have a thing for feathers. I'm always finding feathers, so I love feathers. But whatever your favorite things are, make that your altar, and then you light your candles and release everything to Mother Earth. Release everything over to the universe so that they can provide for you and take care of it for you and show you the next steps forward. Be open to receiving what's coming forward too, they're saying, because a lot of times you will block it, and it'll stop the stuff coming in. So don't be resistant to the change of it, and just be flowing with it. Rest, honest, meditate. Meditate is a really big one. Make sure you take time out to meditate, to reflect, to put in new information and what you really want to bring into yourself for the next month or so. Because it's full moon to full moon. I like to do mine for full moon to the new moon, and then the new moon to the full moon. So it's like I keep going back and forth, but each moon does something different. So the full moon is about bringing in new stuff, letting go of the old, letting go of the past, and starting to move forward. And it's time to let all this go. This is about new beginnings, fresh beginnings, and it's time to let everything go in the past. And I think I said that in my daily reading today too. It's time to let go of the past, and it's time to move forward. Let's see what else I got. Do a ritual. Okay. And the other good thing is too, because this is a new moon or a full moon, and this is, I think I'm doing this a few days before the full moon, is that, go through your closet, go through stuff that you don't use. If it's clothes you haven't worn in 6 months, and you're probably never going to wear it, get rid of it. It's time to donate. It's time to make new for the new, make room for the new, and let go of the old. So take the time out to, be reflection on yourself. If you want to do a ritual, you can do, whatever you feel guided to do. This is one of the things that I like to do, and I like to, burn my white candles or whatever colors that indicate, what I want to bring forth for myself. And journal. It's really big to journal everything. Meditate. Use your imagination, because the imagination is what you're going to create to bring in what you want into your life. So the more, if you're putting, negative thoughts out, if you're always worrying everything all the time, that's all you're going to be bringing into your experience. So if you're putting out positive thoughts, or you're clearing your mind, being conscious of your thoughts, and putting out, okay, you know what, I'm going to create a good life. I'm creating what I need to do. You know what, today I need to work on, my crystal list, or whatever it is. Make sure you're staying focused on something positive, and you're not sitting there worrying, redundantly going over and over and over in our minds like a hamster, because that's not going to create what you want into your life. By us taking action steps, and by us taking control of our lives and doing things like this, that gives us, power and control over who we are, and what we want to bring into our lives, and how we want to create our lives. So take these tips if you want. There's so many other ones out there too. You can always look up other stuff, but they're saying to really get yourself grounded, reflect on the past, from like a year from now and think about how much you've really grown. Be easy on yourself, and yeah, so that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it resonated. Thank you again for stopping by. And I'll be getting another video out pretty soon. I'll be working on probably another couple tomorrow and the next couple of days. So I'm going to be getting more out there for you guys. But if you have any questions, if there's something I didn't touch on and you would like me to touch more on, please let me know. That way I can do another video, or I can help you out and just send you a message back. But I hope this resonated. I hope this helped you. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.